to More About Decor. I'm your host, Lavon Falbo. What you're looking at is a dead rose bush and a yucca plant that hasn't bloomed for a couple years with a whole bunch of babies attached to it. So we have a plan for this area, and here's a close-up of that yucca so you can see all the different plants in there. So our plan is to remove the rocks. This was like a rock garden. And then we're gonna move those rocks in another location, but there's a lot of them. So we're taking them over to this area where we had a tree removed. So it gets weeds in it all the time, so that's an attempt to get rid of weeds. And speaking of weeds, take a look at this hot mess. That's a garden we started last year that's gotten a bit overgrown. It doesn't take much. There's those viney weeds that go through. So we're going to put one of the yucca plants back here and get to weeding. I just wanted you to see how bad it is. There are some actual plants in there. There's a rose bush and a lazy Susan, and there's some hostas. So got a lot of the weeds out of there, and this actually wasn't on the plan, and you can see the yucca plant got planted. So later on we'll do some mulch. But my hubby also replanted some of the yucca along the garage and behind the house as well. So fortunately, there weren't a lot of weeds to pull in this little patch. So my husband put sand down on it, and next he's going to lay some pavers. We bought 9 12-inch red pavers, and they'll coordinate with the patio that you can see in the background. What we're doing here is we're going to put in a greenhouse. He asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I said, you know, I'd love it if you and I could get the rocks out, get the old plants out, and get this area ready for a greenhouse. So I built a couple greenhouses for clients from old windows, and I decided I wanted one of my own. And then the other part of the birthday wish was to go to Piney Creek Greenhouse and the garden center out in Martinsburg and purchase some plants for it. So he agreed, and as you see, he's so good at doing this. When he was a boy, his parents camped a lot at Katanning, and I guess right along the river, and they did a lot of boating and just a lot of outdoor fun. So he grew up doing this kind of stuff all the time, and I think he loves to play in the dirt and the sand. But he's really good at it. He makes sure everything's level and set. Wow, what a great job. That was kind of relaxing to watch. It was a little bit of hard work for him, though, because it was really sweltering heat. So he really did it pretty quickly and amazed me. But I think the rest was then up to me. So great job, honey. Love you. So here's what's happening. I am taking these big old windows and putting them together to form the greenhouse. So I have 3 of them on there, and then I got hinges to put a 4th one on that makes the door. That's as far as I got because I needed something else. So we went to Piney Creek. So we were on our way, and I just love the beautiful countryside in Martinsburg. And check out on the left. Do you see that wall of rain in the distance in the mountains? It was so cool to just kind of watch and see how that would play out, because the rest of the sky was just gorgeous. So look at it. we definitely ran into some rain, but not a lot. I had the suspicion that it was just a cloud cover and that it was going to pass, and it really did. So here we are at Piney Creek, and I love, love, love this place. The owner, Vern, is so knowledgeable and such a pleasant man, and I recently found out his wife's name is Lucille, and that was my mom's name too. So I just love this place. Look at the beauty. I mean, when you walk in, it's just incredible. I'll let you take it in. So the purple plant's on the left and the pink plant on the right, they both went home with me. And inside there's incredible gifts. Just everything's just so arranged so pleasingly. They also do weddings there. And photographers can go for a small fee and take photos of these gorgeous vignettes. Beautiful, beautiful settings. And in the middle of nowhere, there's a little shed that you can go in, and wouldn't you love to just sit there and write your thoughts down? Stunning, isn't it? I can just imagine, as a child, I always heard about sitting down in the garden with Jesus. This would be one of those gardens I think I could sit and have a talk with Jesus. I just love this table setup. They had the guest settings were historical figures. Really, really cool. So beautiful. Can you imagine this at your wedding or special event? So many greenhouses full of plants. This is even late in the season, and some of them were kind of condensed. But I was able to talk to Vern and get some good advice about housing plants at my greenhouse. So I got home and got my hinges on and got a latch on there. These are the little details that go up at the top at the roof. Got a little copper tape on there which will age. And then of course I got busy putting things in there and then sitting back to admire it. So I love the beautiful plants that I got at Piney Creek, and I really, really can't quit looking at or taking pictures of my little greenhouse. So I hope you enjoyed this garden special and enjoyed the little greenhouse, and maybe you might want to consider making one for yourself. It's relatively easy, or I can make one for you too. Thank you so much for watching today. If you like this video, how about giving it a thumbs up and also share it with your friends? If you haven't subscribed, you'll want to do that so you don't miss anything. Visit us at LiVintageDecor.company, and on Instagram we're LiVintageDecor, and on Facebook we're LiVintageDecor Altoona. Stay well.